Hello, hello! Welcome back to Mel LG, play some Rogue Tower. I'm so happy to be here. I hope you guys are also happy to be here. Um, I'm like an emotional wreck after the ending of our last round. So if you haven't watched that, go back and watch that. Pretty much it was me doing what should have been a really easy run and losing moderately early on. A travesty, an atrocity, honestly criminal, and practically a war crime. I cannot be not. I am. Is that British? Like, what? What even? Like, am I an absolute Disney villain at that point? What was that accent? That wasn't even supposed to be an accent. Am I okay? I love having an early heavy shafts. I'm waiting for the comments of, haha, she said heavy shafts, honey, honey. But yeah, things went wrong, and you can say Mel, it's because you were chatting too much. But like, look. It was a pretty linear run, and we're hoping for some cinnamon bun. We have gotten a little early cinnamon bun already, and I am so thankful. So happy. I am also very thirsty and realize my water bottle's in the other room. Oh. Also, okay, I saw a TikTok. Me over here saying how much of a cesspool TikTok is, but like, I'm addicted. It's the Zoomer brain in me. Have I even decided what I'm doing? No, I haven't. I was like looking. I was like, do I want to do a run with any of those? And part of me was kind of like, I don't know if I do. Let's do that. I'm thinking putting one putting pudding. I am I just gonna make fun of myself talking? Like I literally talk for a living. Let us not lest us forget. Let us not forget not. I'm just like I dropped my wrist. I cannot with myself. What is wrong with me? What is going on in my brain? What is going on in my vocal column? It's like an addiction to saying things in really weird ways. I swear to God, I'm not on drugs. Like, you're probably sitting here like, Mel, like, are you. I mean, I made a Coke joke last time, but like, are you. I don't know. I don't know what drug would make you be weird like this. There are some that would make you be weird. I don't know what I want. None of these seem like that appealing to me, but I think it's just I'm not in the headspace to be like thinking about what I actually want from this run. I'm gonna expand here. Holy good God, mine. What a minefield. Is this Minecraft? So what have we realized? This entire video is going to be me making fun of the way I speak and the way I sound. In the way that is not Fran Drescher, because that's usually what the joke is that I make. It's fine. Is it fine? I'm gonna say it's fine. So my wrist hurts. I really need like a new office chair so I can sit like higher so my wrists aren't like, because my desk is like, it feels like I'm like weird like bunny. Um, Probably enchanted bolts, right? Sometimes I'm good at the game. Sometimes I am not. You're on most armor, you're on most health. This side's gonna need some help here, but they're doing okay this round, so I'm gonna actually save my money so that when I expand the next time, I can actually have the ability to put down some ballistas. But yeah, I don't know why I just like randomly will decide to say things weird. And it's not like a voice acting thing, because if you know me, you know that like I would love to be a voice actor, but like there's lots of jobs I'd love to do that I'm actually probably really not cut out for. Also, somebody accidentally, but not like not accidentally, but maybe accidentally grilling me in one of the comments I've gotten recently was like them being like, "Oh, I see that like you have been posting videos for like 3 years and you haven't popped off yet. Wishing you the best." And I was like, I don't know if that's a slight because it kind of feels like you know, like a backhanded compliment. Like you're kind of coming for me where you're like, "Oh, this is so nice on the front," but like also F you. Um, yeah, it felt a little backhanded. I will say I took a break. Also, maybe, maybe it's just society saying that I'm like not cut out for this. But at the end of the day, and I will stand by this forever. I should have read some of the other ones, but like I just really like this one. Um, at the end of the day, I've talked about this endlessly, where I am not making content to pop off. If that was a positive side effect, side, I don't know, side hustle that happened, like if I started making like good money, most of the money would just go back into doing this. And then if I got big enough to the point of being able to like retire from my full-time job and my career, then great. But that's never been the goal, which is also why I feel like I'm not like I'm consistent in posting videos, but I'm not like actively like pursuing TikTok as an option to get my content out there. And I'm like, oh my God, you know, like it's a lot of work. And I just needed something as like a mental health break. And we know that like Rogue Tower is my venting game, which is so funny because I watch a streamer who have you seen the game of Sisyphus? Which is like you Sisyphus is the guy that pushed a boulder. You literally just push a boulder up a hill. And the streamer I watch, let's get a left hand turn. That's a right. Um, he kind of uses that game as his like venting game right now, and I'm so here for it because as a viewer, I'm like I watch people not for the gameplay, but for like the banter and the content. I like watching like group streamers and stuff like that, and so it's really nice for me. Also, speaking of the same streamer, I'm not gonna name drop them because I don't want you to know what content I watch. Lurking for me in somebody else's chat. Um, they also were playing Rogue Tower yesterday, and I like tuned into their channel. It was like a VOD, and I was like, ah, oh, have they played anything cool recently in the like 37 hours that we were literally traveling because our flights kept getting canceled and delayed, and it was kind of a freaking nightmare getting from the other side of the world to Western Canada. Um, we have nothing that's giving us money. So this, I think, is going to be a necessity, which means that mines are going to be a necessity as well. But I digress. No, he was playing Rogue Tower, and I was like, I had like a moment of I didn't think it was Rogue Tower, so like my brain saw the thumbnail and saw the game, and it looked pretty much like this. And I was like with my husband at the time, and I was like, oh my God, he's playing RimWorld. And my husband's like, what? And he's like, that's not RimWorld. And I was like, oh, why does this game seem so familiar to me? And then I was like, oh, it's Unrailed. And my husband's like, no, it's not Unrailed. I think that's Rogue Tower. And I was like, what? And then I looked at it and I was like, it was literally blue background with green grass, as if like so many other games aren't blue background. I'm just gonna throw myself off a bridge because even when I'm not making weird sounds and accents and stuff, I still can't speak. I don't think I can ever speak. Maybe I need to go to like a speech pathologist or something. Funnily enough, I uh, maybe I just need to slow down. Maybe I should smoke some nice CBD weed and just like relax. I'm taking Ativan at this point. Okay, what was I saying? Nope, it's gone. It's lost upon us. I'm telling you, my brain is like broken. Something's wrong with me. Help me, help me, help me, help me. I feel like it was actually like a good point I was making. Anyways, moving on with my life. It'll come back to me eventually, and if it doesn't, then it wasn't important. That's all we need to know. And if it was really important and you're like, I need the rest of that anecdote, you leave a comment below and you tell me what the F I was saying because I was gonna call I was gonna call myself stupid, but I feel like grilling yourself, like actually saying harsh words and stuff to yourself is like not healthy, and I feel like I do it a little too much where I'm like, and it's not really funny, deprecation. For somebody who has a master's degree, I'm really dumb. I'm really dumb. And I didn't read enough as a kid because I have dyslexia and didn't know it when I was a kid. And so I hated reading. And now I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I am really bad at the English language. And my, reading skill is actually not that bad because I have, grad school and had to read a lot in grad school. But I feel like my repertoire of words is like at like grade one vernacular. Hi, poops. Bro, you got hours and hours and hours before supper time. So many hours. Are you gonna lay with me or are you gonna be annoying? Also, because cats are dumb. Um, we call both breakfast and supper supper time because they respond to the word supper. Also, is supper like a Canadian word? I feel like supper is a Canadian word and like dinner is like the American equivalent. I still haven't decided what I'm doing. Do we try for a mortar? Yes. Okay. I was like, things that were going through my brain. I was like, if I do mortar, somebody said mortars are really hard when you have like speedy enemies. And so if I get speedy enemies, then I just have to look, it's just self-deprecation of the speech today. Don't self-deprecate yourself. Also, am I like dumb? Am I saying that right? I feel like I'm not saying that right. But if you get speedy enemies, then you just have to set a bunch of ballistas to speed to fastest, and it should help. Well, that's fine. Poops is just pacing on my desk. Also, her name's not actually like Poops or Poopy, it's Poppy, but like you come up with a nickname and then you use it endlessly. She put her paw on my lap and said, "Nah." I think it's the corduroy pants. She's like, "This ain't the vibe." I'm using my second monitor because she was standing in front of my first. There we go. She's now laid down. I need money. I need mines. And I need to get past level 15 so I can get haunted houses as well. And I need chapstick. And that chapstick's unopened. Oh my god, I'm falling apart. Me has two in my desk that are opened. Reaches for the one that's unopened. Um, I think I want to go for seance. Ooh, I dropped the lid. Why do you want this? It smells like peppermint. Um, hmm. I hate cats, dude. I am not you. No, I don't hate you. She looked at me with like the saddest big pupil, cute eyes. Um, no, I am for sure a dog person. I always have been. My husband's very much a cat person, which makes sense because I feel like I have like maybe this is where the forgetfulness comes in. I have like golden retriever brain all the time. Give me a left hand turn. There was always a possibility of it, but I'm not happy to see it. So I'm not going to be expanding this path ever again. I hope you know. You're probably not going to be on most shield anymore. Well, maybe actually I'll leave you on most shield. Oh, that hurts so bad. Are we gonna lose? Are we actually like at risk of losing because of that? Okay. I think I'm gonna try and go for the achievement. I think I want to go for this. Um, I think up here would have been a really good spot for a order, but I think this is fine. I'm gonna leave you on progress. I'm actually gonna put one up here as well and put you on most armor. And actually setting you guys to slowest could also be beneficial for me. This is rough. I don't know what button this is anymore, but it's okay. It's fine. Okay. You want me to lose? You want me to lose? I'll lose. That's just where we're at, I guess. Okay, we didn't lose. Does that sound really upset you? She doesn't like me exhaling. Oh man, okay. Speaking of cats that hate things, I was carrying Idris, and Idris's tail just puffs up all the time. Like he's like excited, his tail will puff up. It's really I've never had a cat that does that. Like I've seen cats that have their tail puffed up when they're like angry and stuff or really stressed out, but his just puffs up all the time. But this is warranted. I was carrying him, and his water bowl was in the middle of the room because he pushes it around because he's stupid. And I tripped on it, and I fell right into our guest bed, which is like an old box spring, and I caught my pinky toe like this, caught it like that over the rail of the bed frame, and like partly ripped up part of my toenail, and it was like kind of a devastating moment in my life. And I think I have major trauma from it. And it was really bad. And so I was like laying on the bed, like in tears, almost like wheezing, because I had just ripped up a major portion of my toenail. Oops. And so, oh, this is an oogie round. Oh, we just gotta like roll and pray that we have enough firepower to like get through it. And so I was like carrying him, and kind of tossed him on the bed as I fell, because I actually fell into the bed, literally like probably broke my toe. No, it's fine. This is like 2 days ago, and it's just a little bruise, not broken. It's fine. We recovered. It's fine. Um, and I threw Idris at the bed, and then I was wheezing, and I was like in tears. My husband was in the room, and he was like, "What the hell just happened? Like, what? How did you kick a water bowl and hurt yourself that bad?" And it was a lot to take in. And poor Idris was like panicking because he, I guess, has never seen me like cry. I'm not a big crier. Like, I really, I really don't cry that often. If you need to cry, you should be able to cry regardless of your presenting gender or anything. If you need to cry, you can cry. But I just don't. I don't cry a lot. I say I cry a lot, but I really don't actually cry. And so it was like poor guy was like freaking out. My husband's freaking out. Everybody involved is freaking out except me, who couldn't breathe because I just like felt like I ripped my entire pinky toe down to the ankle bone. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Let's go for that because we are gonna really struggle with shields. We are really gonna struggle with shields. I think this could be really good for us. Um, maybe this as well. Broadhead bolts is pretty good though. I think. Okay, we're fine, I think. Okay, my shield. I'm just like the queen of stressing everybody else out around me. I think that's it. I think like my neuroticism and like personal stress stresses everybody else out. I don't have anything using mana, so I don't want to go for these. This has ruined so many runs of mine. I don't really have interest in taking this. I'm between quality or burn, and I think I want to go for crit chance. Any money? Do we have any trees? We're like practically treeless in Seattle. This could have also been a good location, I am now realizing, but it's fine. Oh, we have another tree here. Ooh. Sure. This is fine. I have had so many injuries. I'm gonna lose this run. I've had so many injuries that are just like so hard to explain to people. Like, okay, I kind of talked about this at the end of the last like video, so I can go back and watch that if you haven't, because like I feel like I'm playing off a lot of stuff that I spoke about there. But no, 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 no. So I guess I'm going with this. But I digress. Oh, don't portal me. I literally used to work with animals in a lab, and I did this for years. Like, I literally did this for years and years and years. Like 7 or 8 years of my life, I worked with research rodents, rats and mice, and also fish. And fish aren't rodents, I know this, but I did it for so long. And when I was in grad school, 4 weeks to the end of my master's, of like the rodent portion of my master's, I got bit by a rat and I went into anaphylaxis. The shields, dude, the shields are so hard for us. This is so hard because I'm trying to stagger it, but I feel like I've ruined my stagger by doing this one and this one and this one. Ugh. We are lucky because this is actually like really self-sufficient right now. Let's do this. It didn't portal me, okay. But holy guacamole, how can you work with something for 7 years and not know that it could literally kill you? Don't let him through, thank you. He didn't drop a treasure chest or trest, if you will. I was so focused on the mini boss, I wasn't looking at the other dudes. But I think this was really hard for me to manage. I don't think. Well, there's a few things we could have done. We could have put more haunted houses down because money was an issue. Especially there's some good haunted house locations, but I wasn't paying attention. And then also what we could have done is staggered this better instead of trying to expand here to stagger these two and then have these be the same length. Continue staggering this one, then come back and stagger. But I think this was just a I think it was rough, and I think the fact that I decided to go for the mines and haunted houses, didn't get any mines except for before I got the haunted houses, and we were struggling with money for the first 15 levels, really didn't help me out too much there. But you win some, you lose some, and we're learning. Um, and if you're like, wow, that was really patronizing that you sat and like talked about that, look, I did it for myself. I wanted to like actually kind of like dissect the run and be like, okay, what could I have actually done better? Because I think that was a not necessarily avoidable, but like I could have prolonged our death a little bit longer. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this last little bit. I'm so happy to be back from my vacation. So happy to be back doing this. I still haven't really talked too much about my vacation, I guess, but I'm sure you don't really care to hear too much about me sitting on a beach with beer because you could literally just walk around with beer anywhere. Um, Again, if you don't drink, that's okay. I'm not judging you, and I'm not saying you should have to. But regardless, yeah, it was good. I will probably talk about it at some point. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you do enjoy the content, consider hitting the like button down below and consider subscribing to the channel and joining Metropolis as a honorary citizen because I love each and every one of you with all of my heart. Your support, likes, comments, it helps us out a great deal as content creators. Like Poopsie's even trying to support me. Look at her. Beyond that, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, see ya.